Carolyn Grant, the Communications Director for the town of Hilton Head, joining us. Of course, we have passed the 1-cent sales tax, transportation tax throughout the county. Everybody knows that. Now we got to get the bridges built and get that going on. It's going to be a long process, I know, Carolyn. First of all, who's in charge? In the end, who's going to be responsible for getting this thing done?
The South Carolina Department of Transportation will be the main agency managing the whole project.
All right, and a good way for folks to follow along is a website that they have that I understand from the chamber even has potential ideas on what the thing might look like, even though we're kind of still in the early stages. SC.278corridor.com, is that right?
SCDOT.
Yeah, DOT. We got to get that dot right.
278corridor.com. Okay. And that is actually a website for the Department of Transportation, and they will be putting updates onto that website. And there's also a place on the website where folks can go and sign up to get frequent status reports, or if they have suggestions, they are able to go onto that website and add in their suggestions and thoughts and comments.
Now, locally, the town council is already in the process of appointing a committee to collect input and to be the input side from the island. How are folks going to find out when that committee meets and how things are going to go through the process of us telling the state how we want it done?
Right. The town council actually just passed a resolution at its last town council meeting on November 7th, calling for the formation of this Gateway Corridor Committee. Mm-hmm. It'll be composed of 7 representatives from the community, and once that committee is formulated, then we will know when they will be meeting. Some of their responsibilities, of course, will include gathering input from the community, working with DOT officials on the whole project design, and just making sure our residents have a way to communicate with DOT and just have a group of citizens that represent them and their concerns.
Absolutely. We've also got a couple of years probably worth of environmental assessments to deal with as well, don't we?
Correct. That is actually the next step. Since the referendum has passed, DOT will now go into that whole environmental assessment phase where they'll begin to look at a number of factors, whether it's traffic congestion, historical and cultural aspects, the aesthetics of the whole project, what it will look like, environmental impact. So they're just looking at a whole range of factors that could affect this whole project, and looking for the community to give feedback on those. And so they kind of want to understand, you know, what are some of the human effects of this project as well as the environmental impact.
Absolutely. And one good thing is we might not have to start paying for it until we get through this Christmas season, huh? The Department of Revenue's got to decide that, right?
Right. Actually, tax collection will start in May of...
oh, not until May. Good.
Yes.
All right.
Because there's some work that they have to do ahead of time to get businesses up to speed on, you know, when the taxes will be collected. And then once those taxes are collected, the state will then send those dollars back to the county, and the county will keep it until they're ready to start paying for some of the projects.
Okay.
And the tax collection will last for 4 years or until $120 million is collected, whichever comes first.
All righty. SCDOT 278corridor.com, the website. Carolyn Grant, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Carolyn Grant, Hilton Head Highlands Communications Director.